Uh-oh. I didn't wipe the lens. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Actually, I probably looked better with the dirty lens. Remember how in the original Star Trek in the 60s, whenever they would, like, cut to a close-up of a woman, they would cover the lens would be, I don't know, covered with Vaseline or muted somehow to make her look flawless. I'm glad we've advanced since then, and now we have Instagram filters and Photoshop. Hi, I'm Josh Rackless, and this is Sunday, May 23rd, 2021. It's like 10:40 p.m., and this is my nightly summary of my day. For those of you who were watching last night, you saw that I went live as a new process. Normally, recently I've been posting in my Instagram story at the end of my day, and I would just describe what happened during the day. And then last night I decided, why don't I go live on Facebook? That way I'll feel less lonely, and also... actually, sometimes, I forgot. The other thing I've been doing the past few nights is just filming myself. Like, I'll just turn on the camera and just talk for like 5 or 10 minutes about my day. If it's warm outside, I'm usually sitting on the porch, so I'll walk up and down the street and talk about my day. But then last night I decided to go live just in case anybody wanted to talk, and also I would feel less alone. And I don't know, somehow it makes it a bit less... less like work, I guess. If I have to film myself, then I'm like just talking to myself, and then I gotta upload it, and it's a whole. I'll still have to download this and upload it to YouTube later, but this way at least it's already on Facebook, and maybe tomorrow or at other times I'll try it on Instagram to see how big the audience is there. But I figured Facebook is where most of my people are, so you don't have to watch this. This is just me basically recording. The story of my day so that there's a record of it, so that in 100 years I'm not like, what did I do on May? What did I say? It's the 23rd? What did I do that day? I don't remember. Now I'll know. Nobody will care. I mean, maybe my great-great-grandchildren will be like, what did he do May? It doesn't matter, but it's interesting. I mean, I guess, I don't know, in the old days, like on a boat, they'd have captain's log, but maybe that was more like, so we know the journey of the ship and we know why everybody went crazy, or when the aliens came or whatever. But do we need this but other people keep diaries. Like, yeah, like I wish I had kept a diary every day of my life. You don't think at the time that it's that big a deal. Like, you're like, oh, nobody cares about this. Why would I write down what I did today? But I'm glad when I was 12, I wrote a little diary every day. 'Cause somebody gave me a little tiny diary, so I was filling each little page. Maybe I should have got a bigger notebook. Sometimes I was trying to cram it all in. But I never did it. And it would have been great to look back and like, what was life like back then? What, before computers and internet, like what was I thinking? What was my, like, there's no way to go back if you don't write it down. I can't go back to when I was 15 and 16 and 17 and remember all the things I was thinking. Like, why didn't I spend 5 minutes a day? Anyways, should have done that. But now, I'm going to live 1,000 years. So this is kind of like I'm still a toddler, right? And so now I'm going to have records of this. So what did I do today? And again, you don't have to watch this. This is boring. This is just me rambling about what I did today. And maybe if I was doing interesting things, you'd be like, oh my God, tell me about how you went to the Oscar party and then you won an Oscar and all that. But that's not what happened today. Today, I woke up, I think it's 7 a.m. and I decided to look at my CPAP machine to see how long I'd slept, and it says 6 hours, 40 minutes, and I know I listened to a podcast for like an hour, and I'm like, I haven't even slept like 6 hours. I can't get up, because you need 7 to 9 hours to be healthy. And so then, at that point, I'm like, well, I'm curious. Let me look at my phone, and I looked at my phone, and then just chatting with a graphic designer for a while, and then and that was it. And then I think I finally looked at my phone at like 11, or my messages. Maybe I lay down and tried to sleep some more. And I was like, I couldn't fall asleep. And then I looked at my phone at 10:30. My sister had messaged me saying, I'm upstairs. We're all watching Saturday Night Live. And I was like, oh, I should go upstairs. This is like 10:44 or something. But I didn't really get upstairs for like another 45 minutes. And they were already done. And I think they were eating lunch at this point. Or no, then at that point, my dad texted me and said, we're having lunch before Diana leaves. And I'm like, If I had gone to bed early and gotten up at 6 or 7 and gone for a little jog, which is a lot easier in the summer. Like in the winter, I'm not going to want to get up at 6 in the morning and go for a jog in the freezing cold. Like it's very, very hard to motivate yourself to do that unless you like sleep in your snowsuit and you just roll out the door. Even just the thought of winter right now makes me want to. Ugh. But in the summer, there's no excuse. I mean, like just throw on your shorts and go outside and go for a little jog. And if I'd done that at 7, by 8, I would have been ready. I've been working for a couple hours. My sister's here. I could have watched Saturday Night Live. At lunch, they told me that it was the final episode of the season. It was really good. It was with Anya Taylor, or whatever her name is. And then, what happened? My sister had a nap, and I think I went back downstairs. And I think they were going to drive her home, and I decided maybe I should go with them, and then I could run back. And then I get to go for the ride and run back. But then I didn't hear them. I'm like, I think they're leaving. And I went upstairs and I could see them sort of get in their car. And I'm like, where's my sunglasses? So I went downstairs. I finally found my running sunglasses. But by the time I came back, they were sort of driving off. No, I think they were gone at that point. And so I was like, I should be working anyways. And then I just sat here trying to upload some videos. And then my mom came by. I think she called me. And she's like, I had an idea. I read an article about dead trees. Because I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but I talked about it last year, how I had this sort of big tree, this twisting tree thing, a tree that I got like when I was 12, and it was in my bedroom, and I loved it, and it's been alive since then. And then this past winter or last fall, I don't know, for some reason my dad didn't want it in the living room, and my mom was going to throw it out. She was putting it on the porch, and I'm like, wait, what? There was a sign on it. I saw she drew it, said free tree. And I was like, no, it's my tree. So I brought it down to the basement where I'm staying, and it just took up too much space. It filled up like the whole room. And so, because if you look here, you can see I built like a home studio here, so it's taking up a lot of space. So I took it outside, and it was fine for the fall, I guess. But then it froze, and it's not designed. And I thought, it'll just be fine in the summer. But no. And then it's dead, it looks like. And I asked the gardener that my mom had, and she's like, she didn't seen it, but she's like, yeah. I said, can you revive a plant? She's like, I mean, sometimes you can cut it open to see if there's any green there, but no, those plants, like, once they freeze, they can't. And I'm like, oh no. So anyways, my mom called me from upstairs, and she's like, I read an article about how with dead trees you can like put bird feeders in it, and it can be a place for birds to rest. And I guess she feels bad because she's seeing my dead plant out there, and she probably wants to get rid of it. So that was that. And she's like, she's like, have you gone for a run yet? I'm like, no, I'm going to go. And then she's like, okay, well, we can do the bird stuff when you get back. But then I didn't even realize she was out. And then like 2 hours later, I heard her come in through the garage, and she poked her head in. She's like, have you gone out? And I'm like, no. So I felt bad because I want to do the bird thing. But anyways, I went for my little jog, ran to the bridge, ran back. What was I listening to? I was listening to a podcast. Oh, the Rubin Report. He was talking about with some guy about how the fall of L.A. and New York will destroy the country. How they're sort of they've destroyed the cities, and it's sad. And I'm like, okay, well, at least I don't have to have FOMO now. And it's interesting, actually. What he was saying was that L.A. is still like the place that every good-looking hunk goes. Like you, Dave. He's like, and all the good-looking women go. Everybody goes there to try to seek their fortune, but they don't have to do that now. Like with the internet, or with, anybody can film something cheap with their cameras. They can make movies. Like Parasite was made in, I guess, Korea, and so like there's a lot more opportunities now. Not everybody has to just go to Hollywood. So that makes me feel good too. I mean, I've got a home studio here. Why can't I be building my empire, right? And then what else? So that's what I was listening to, and then I ran to the drugstore and I got. I'll show you my purchase. I ran out of my. These were really good. These were delicious. My melatonin gummies, pomegranate flavor, cherry pomegranate. They were so good. Every night I looked forward to them, even though you're not supposed to look forward to medicine like candy. That's not good. I couldn't find those. I couldn't remember the brand. I don't even know if they had them, but I bought natural chocolate chewable melatonin, and it's got magnesium built in too, so which is good because I was about to run out of magnesium. So that's exciting. part of me is like a little concerned, like, well, they're chocolate flavored. Does that mean there's caffeine in them? Because chocolate has caffeine, and then, but they must have thought of that, right? You wouldn't make a sleep aid that has caffeine in it. Um, anyway, so I got that, and then I think I saw a poster that said there was a rally for Palestine at Parliament Hill from 1 to 5, and at this point it was like 10 after 20 after 5, and I was like, if I'd known about that, I would have run over. You remember last year I went to the Black Lives Matter protests, and I went to the Palestine protests. I guess there was, when I got back from Israel like 6 years ago, there was the Palestinian people rallying um, at the parliament in Ontario, the provincial parliament in Toronto, and saw them all with their flags, chanting, Palestine will be free from the river to the sea, and all of that. That was delightful. And then, I decided, okay, I'm going to jog up and just see what's going on. And as I was running up the street, there was cars, honk, 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 and I thought, was there a wedding? Did we win a sports game? But no, they were waving Palestinian flags. And then they were just a lot of young men driving up and down the street in front of Parliament Hill, honking and yelling. And so that was delightful. And then I jogged back. I went to the grocery store, got a huge haul. I went because I wanted to get Mios, like those flavored sport drink enhancers. I like those. And I wanted to get some yogurt so I could mix. My big thing these days is being able to mix my seeds. Yes, chocolate melatonin. Thank you, Sheila. It's got to be, like, let's check the ingredients here. Ugh, this is very tiny, and it's very dark in here. I'm sure it's not going to say, like, it's just got to be chocolate flavor, right? They wouldn't, yeah, of course. They wouldn't put actual chocolate in here, so the flavoring maybe wouldn't matter. I guess I could write to Weber Naturals and say, what's the deal? Because I was going to have something chocolate the other day, and I was like, no, do not, because it's got caffeine. Even the little tiny bit of caffeine seems to, like, I lie up, I'll wake all night, and then I'll be like, oh, right, because I had a bite of a chocolate donut or something. So, yeah, what did I get? I got the Mia things and at the grocery store, and I wanted yogurt. Oh, yeah, because my thing now is I like eating my seeds, like the chia seeds and the flax seeds. It's, like, so fiber-ish that goes through me, and I'm like, that's, I don't know. I'm kind of bored these days, and that's what I look forward to, fiber. So I got some yogurt, and then I'm like, I'll get some cheese, because I always like eating cheese at night, and I'm just blasting through my dad's expensive cheese. And then I'm like, maybe I should I wanted granola, so I can make like a yogurt parfait. Natural chocolate. Oh, mine says natural chocolate, too. What does that mean? Oh, God. Oh, God. If this keeps me up, I can't even imagine. Maybe I shouldn't have got it. Well, that's their fault. I'm going to write to them and say, is there caffeine in your stupid chocolate melatonin? Because if there is, I want a refund. Like, this is insane. Anyways, what else I got? I got some granola, and then I was like looking at all the different kinds of granola and, comparing the prices, and the Quaker's on sale, but then I found a President's Choice that was even cheaper. Anyways, and then I got some whipped cream, which I probably shouldn't have, but I just pictured, like, imagine having yogurt and granola and then like some whipped cream on it. I just thought that would be decadent. And then I got a big bag of frozen blueberries, even though I've already got some frozen blueberries that I haven't used for my smoothie, but I figure I'll just start plowing through them. And I got the mixed berries actually originally, but then it said $12.49. I'm like, what? And I went back to the freezer to see if it was the wrong price, because you can get product free if they price it wrong. But then I saw the price tag had moved, and then the blueberries are $11.99, but the mixed is $12.49, so I guess that takes more work. Anyways, I got, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should get some bread. So I got bread and pita and bagels in the 50% off Enjoy It Tonight aisle. And, so a big $65 worth of stuff, basically. And then I walked it back, and that was it. My dad was upstairs watching TV, and then my mom had set me a plate in the fridge of the leftovers, so I heated that up, and then she came in. I think she came in from a walk. Yeah, I guess she was out walking at night again. I love it that she's out walking. I should be out walking. I was out walking for 2 hours, I guess. But I should just do it on a better schedule. And she's like, did you find the plate? I'm like, I found the plate. But then I just pigged out. After that, I was like, I had some yogurt with my seeds, but then I had a date square that they had, and what else did I have? I had some cheese. Oh, I had some of my pita and hummus. Anyways, my weight is actually going up. Like since I started jogging when I bought that scale, and it's been like an upward trajectory. So that's not a good thing. It's all diet. Like I lost like 20 pounds a couple of years ago when I was all stressed, and just because I couldn't eat, I was so stressed. So that's what it is. Um, and then that's it. I came downstairs and I guess I've been watching YouTube because it starts around 8 o'clock. I'm like, it's already too late. Like, if I start reading my audiobook or if I start doing videos or like anything. And then my mom said, oh, by the way, you're having trouble with your keyboard. This would be a good time to, review that keyboard they sent you. I'm like, oh, right. Like this is all stuff I have to do. So anyways, I should just get off the phone now. But that's, yeah, basically my day because I've got to start cranking things out. It's already the end of May now. June, July, August, that's summer. Oh, God. But like I said, I'm going to be a billionaire by this time next week. And I guess that'll open up options. Like you think, oh, it doesn't matter, but there's a lot of stuff you can do. I'll call Ty Lopez and say, here, I'm going to invest $200,000 and then I'll come hang it on your island. Or I don't know, you can start paying celebrities to talk to you. Yeah, I'm at the point where I need to pay people to talk to me. That's delightful. Okay, does anybody have any questions? We've had one comment. Ha ha ha, chocolate melatonin, and then Kathleen says natural chocolate. Anybody else have a good day? Last night, Kathleen and I went on camera for like half an hour chatting, and I'm sure neither of us has anything particularly new to report. So I guess I'll just log out. It says 2 people are watching. Whatever. Hope everybody had a good day. Tomorrow it's a holiday in Canada, May 24 we call it. It's May 24th. But it's not a holiday in the US, so I've got to watch my stock video for tips. Oh, and that was fun, LOL. Yes, good times was chatting, Kathleen. And yeah, I'm going to start my Facebook group tomorrow for how to make $1 billion, and I'll give you stock tips and that, so that'll be one of the things. All right, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll see you Monday. Sleep well, says Sheila. Oh, that's so sweet. I want to say your name is French, Sheila Bergeron, but it's probably Bergeron. But I'll say bonsoir. Au revoir.